Alright, once again, we are live for another episode for In the Hot Seat. Of course, we got a couple of guests with me this time, mainly two with me, and we're going to be talking about Extreme Rules that just went up there not too long ago. Of course, I got Raphael Leduc and Chris. What's going on, guys?
What's going
Not
on,
much.
David? How you
Not
doing tonight,
much.
bro?
Doing actually pretty well. So, of course, Extreme Rules just recently ended, and after all, as a whole right now, we will get to that in just a little bit, but just going things off of what we had on the kickoff and everything. Basically, where we had the Dudley Boys basically going at it with Big Cass on this one, even though it wasn't really a match, it was just basically a beatdown for Big Cass to just lay out the Dudley Boys to possibly even set up a tag team match, possibly when ever Enzo Amore comes back, and maybe we'll see Enzo Amore and Big Cass and the Dudley Boys. So that still remains to be seen on what's going to be happening with Enzo Amore. Still wishing him the very best of luck, and hopefully he will return sooner rather than later. And with that said, of course, we had the main kickoff match between Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, and hoping this one, with this feud is over and done with, and Baron Corbin was able to get his win. Nothing really too extreme about it, but they did their best on this one. They went on the outside for a little while, but other than that, Baron Corbin was able to get his win, which is cool. Can't go wrong with that. And we'll see what other bigger, better things are going to be happening for Baron Corbin. So I guess we'll go around with this on the Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler match. Chris, your thoughts on that?
Um, considering we've seen this match quite a few times before, I am definitely happy that regardless of whether it was on the kickoff show or the main show, I'm just glad, really glad to see Baron Corbin get his win, and I'm really glad that they acknowledged his Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal win. And from there, yeah, where is he going to go? I mean, you know, I don't think he's going to be ready for Money in the Bank just yet. But I could be wrong. It would be interesting to see him compete in Money in the Bank, and but who knows? I mean, maybe he will challenge Rusev for the United States Championship, or maybe we could possibly see, the him being thrown in with the Miz and for the Intercontinental Championship. Who knows? But really, really happy that overall that Baron Corbin got his win.
All right, Raphael Leduc, your thoughts?
I'll be honest. I never watched the fucking pre-shows. Even with this match, I did not give two shits about it.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, this is over. Baron Corbin, I've heard rumors would probably go and feud with Apollo Crews now, which I don't know. Want to see again. And Ziggler is gonna be Ziggler. He's gonna stay there. I mean, he's gonna do his thing. I heard the match wasn't too good. I heard we just did for a no DQ match. There wasn't really any reasons to have a disqualification in it,
Yeah.
so it could have been a regular
Yeah,
match. Would have been better. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I know the booking, especially with pay-per-views lately, has been a little bit questionable ever since WrestleMania. So I guess we'll see what happens with Money in the Bank. I don't think they'll do anything bad with that. Of course, why would you? Of course, with it being that good. So we started things off overall with the Tornado Tag Team match between the Usos and, of course, now the Club, as they're calling it, with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. So actually, with this one, I did enjoy it. I'm glad Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows were able to get their win, so can't go wrong with that. I would like to see more other wins going for them, and yeah, nothing really bad to say about them getting the win here. So we'll see what happens with that and see who else they're going to be tagging against now and everything. So I'm pretty sure this feud is over and done with too, since we've seen it time and time before. So with that being said, Raphael, your thoughts and what's going to be coming out of the club too soon?
I got a feeling like the Club is probably gonna maybe drift into a little bit more of obscurity. I could see him feud with New Day for the belts, with
That'll
Enzo
be
and
sweet.
Cass being with the Dudleys. The Vaudevillains are kind of in between, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I do hope
Yeah,
the Club keeps going big.
yeah,
Um,
same.
I heard the match was good. I kind of came because I was at the grocery store, so
Alright.
kind of came in late for that. But I heard it was really good. I heard the Club did well. And I got feeling like they'll probably team with AJ in some 3-on-3s or, They'll be in there. They'll still keep themselves relevant somehow. Because if they couldn't, they wouldn't be in the WWE. They just go away. So
Yeah.
I do hope they'll still be around. And well,
Mhm.
ironic, I'm wearing my Peter Club shirt, so hopefully that happens too.
Yeah, I would like to get that. And that was a great match. And we got the Shining Star of the Caribbean.
Yes! Yes!
We'll get to that. We're not there yet.
It's a party in the yes! 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 Yes!
That's
Yes!
enough for the whole video.
Wow.
Guess those are his thoughts.
What was Simon smoking?
I don't know, but I want some of that.
I know he needs to pass that around.
Yeah,
Damn.
but yeah, Chris, your thoughts.
Overall, I thought that I was entertained by the match. I can't remember really the last time we saw a tornado tag team match. I thought that was only something as a feature that they put in the SmackDown versus Raw games. But
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, I mean, I did think it was a pretty good match overall. Yeah, for being newcomers into the WWE, I am glad that the club got the win. And it got, kind of brutal in a couple of spots, but, overall, I thought it was a pretty good match. I mean, pretty good.
Alright, so from there, we had the U.S. title match, which was on the line, one of the many titles that would be defended, and we had, of course, Rusev and Kalisto on this one, and this was a little bit shocking. I actually wanted Kalisto to be able to retain. Sadly, that didn't happen. Rusev was able to actually gain back the U.S. Championship, and after basically take out Kalisto with a nasty spill, so kind of hoping there's no other injuries there. That's the last thing we need. And I really wanted to see Kalisto last with the United States title for a little bit more longer, since I actually did enjoy the match. It was pretty good for what it was. So now that Rusev has the title and everything, we'll see where that goes. But with that being said, Rafael Leduc, your thoughts on the U.S. title match?
Rusev crushed a mosquito, and he ate his heart. So it was a not bad match.
Pretty good.
From what I
And
heard,
then some.
this could I think this match was to write Kalisto off TV for a bit, and the next feud would actually be Rusev versus Del Rio, and you can guess who would be helping Del Rio take care of Lana Page. So I could take this next feud, but happy for Rusev. I actually someone like Rusev, and I hope he holds the belt for a little while, but. It kind of sucks that example wasn't for the IC title; it was for the US title. A belt we've seen him hold before. And I was laughing. I was telling like one of my friends I was watching pay-per-view. If I was like, just watch fucking Cena's gonna come out and take the belt away from him because fucking Cena can't stand seeing Rusev with that thing. So we'll see what happens. But I'm happy for Machka.
Yusuf Machka. All right, Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah. What does Machka mean? It means crash. You have the Google. You go search on Google. Your smartphone. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that the match was very predictable. However, I did not expect Kalisto to do as good as he did. But overall, with it being predictable, I am glad that Rusev got the United States Championship, and I am still in high hopes that maybe, just maybe with a shred of hope, that Rusev brings back the European title.
Yeah, nice.
I really hope that. I really do. But if he doesn't, that's fine. I would just completely, mark out if Rusev brings back the European title. Because I think it would be good for on WWE's part to do that too. But it was a short-lived match, yes, and just as our buddy Mr. Leduc said, he swatted the fly and ate his heart. So
Poor fly.
can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that. But Callisto will learn to fight another day, and who knows where we'll see him end up.
Alright, so without further ado, we'll go into the next match where we had the tag team titles on the line. Probably one of my favorite matches of the night between the New Day and the Vaudevillains. I almost thought that we were going to see new tag team champions in the Vaudevillains. They came close. I wouldn't mind seeing that. So it was a really good match, and I wouldn't mind seeing this one again too. Since the New Day have been champions for a hell of a long time, not that that really bothers me. I love the New Day, you know me, so that's fine. They were able to retain. So within time, I'm sure the Vaudevillains will actually be able to get the tag team titles since they're former NXT tag team champions in their own right. So with that being said, overall thoughts of the match, we'll go back over with Chris. Your thoughts on the tag team match.
The New Day buried the hose. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was surprised about this match. I really was. I honestly thought that, because the New Day, they've held on to those tag titles for quite some time now. I honestly thought that we were going to see new tag team champions, but that's not the case. The New Day ended up prevailing because there was strength in numbers in that area. I do want to say that, good for the New Day. They are still a very entertaining tag team to watch, and but if I was the New Day, I would probably watch my back because we'll either have some kind of really huge tag team title match, or we could very well see Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows soon to be the new tag team champions.
That would be too sweet. All right, so without further ado, Rafael Leduc, your thoughts?
I'm gonna be honest. It's nothing against the New Day or the Vaudevillains, but this match was the most boring because I kind of knew the New Day wouldn't lose after all this time, lose to two new up and comers. Who, plus on one side, you could argue that maybe they shouldn't have be getting the title match. It could have been Enzo and Cass instead.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That Enzo and Cass were not supposed to win, but I'm like, you never know with WWE. So. I'll be honest. I didn't think Kofi was going to play a part in it, but he did. Which I gotta say, I almost called it. I was saying like they're gonna turn them heel or something, but then like later in the night, I was reading that Enzo and Cass are gonna keep feuding with the Dudleys, which means the New Day is still gonna be face and all that. So I don't know. It was a good match, I guess. It wasn't the most entertaining, but there'll be more things to come for the New Day. They'll have more contenders, and they'll have to drop those titles one day. But now it's not like now the bet. It's not a bet on how long they'll keep them. It's a bet on who will beat them for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that remains to be seen. We'll eventually find out, since they're basically one of the longest-running tag team champions with the New Day. So any team can actually be able to take them out. It's just a matter of when, and we'll see when that happens. But
the Shining Stars, Olay.
I forgot to mention him because dumbass ain't here.
Watch him pop up and start playing the music and everything. I can't help it.
I'm 16 right now, and I'm doing Rome.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, next match.
Yeah, I'm sure we can all agree too. I think especially this was probably the match of the night for me. The Intercontinental Championship match with Cesaro. We had The Miz and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn all in this one. I was hoping for Sami Zayn to get it. Kevin Owens would have been fine, or Cesaro, but in the end we did, have The Miz retain. I was kind of blown away by that. So we'll see what happens to that. I would love to see Sami Zayn get the IC Championship. So we'll see when it goes down for the next pay-per-view for Money in the Bank, with that said. So a little bit surprised that this has changed. And Chris, your thoughts on the IC title match?
Well, first of all, I'm not that crazy about The Miz being the Intercontinental Champion and retaining. However, there could be worse Intercontinental Champions that we could have. But in this particular match, I found it to be pretty good. I thought it was, it had its ups and downs. It was boring in a couple of spots, but towards the end, there was so many near finishes that we almost saw Sami Zayn. We came this close on seeing Cesaro almost get that Intercontinental Champion. He made the Miz tap out,
Crazy.
and it was definitely pretty good overall, the match itself, but to see the Miz retain, not what I preferred. I would have definitely preferred any of the other three, whether it was Owen, Cesaro, or Sami Zayn, but it is what it is. It did its job. It was It was pretty good, just pretty good to say the least. So at the end, but who knows who's next in line for that Intercontinental Championship? Guess we'll have to find out.
Indeed. All right, Mr. LeDuc, your thoughts?
I'll be honest. Like, you called this the match of the night for you. For me, it was the match of the night up until the ending. That ending ruined it for me. Like, I understand you want to have Miz keep the belt, and it would have been like a too soon title change and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I
I
still
guess.
think he should have lost it. The odds were against him.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy should have won it. To me, Sammy is the best in-ring performer we have in WWE right now. I know this is an understatement,
Yeah.
but NXT TakeOver Dallas, match of the fucking century, you could argue. Payback, match of the night with Kevin Owens. Tonight, another match of the night candidate. Sammy is the best performer they have in there, and he should have been rewarded, but instead we got this pencil neck piece of fucking shit called The Miz, and his French wife still have the title.
Say pencil neck geek.
Motherfucking shit. That's my thoughts, David. Back to you.
Alright, you heard it here first from Mr. Raphael LeDuc. But I was also kind of thinking too. I know me and Chris were able to see the triple threat match go down with Cesaro and Sheamus added to that. So maybe they might have something to do with those two guys. Who knows? But that's just a possibility with that.
In Montreal, I think we had what could have been a better triple threat. We had Dean versus Sammy versus Kevin. That was the main event of the live show in Montreal. That was a good triple threat,
cool.
and it was a really good triple threat. Two guys came out, but it's almost like they're putting on the best matches at the live shows than they are on the actual fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. Especially with the following with this matchup, and speaking of Dean, where we had Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho in that silent match, and actually I thought it was a good match for what it was, especially like the ending and how they did that. They didn't really use all of the weapons, just a good majority of them, like the kendo stick. We saw that. We saw the mop, which Moppy or Perry Saturn would be proud of that. So that's pretty cool. And we saw a couple of the weapons and everything, but especially the thumbtacks, which is pretty crazy. I'm sure Chris Jericho would never, ever be the same again after that. So Dean Ambrose was able to get his win, which is cool. Can't go wrong with that. I thought that was really cool to see that. And we'll see what happens, what comes out of this for Dean Ambrose, and keep on going from better things from here on in, and we'll see what's next. So yeah, Dean Ambrose getting his win. Overall thoughts on this whole asylum match in itself. Chris, your thoughts?
Well, this match took a very, very long time. They milked that match for everything it was worth. I mean, and because I was sitting here watching it, and just they took their time with it, and I'm like, okay, is it going to be over soon? Is it going to be over soon? Not to say that it was a bad match. Had it been a little bit more fast-paced, it would have blown the doors off the house. But in my personal opinion, for me, this was the match of the night. And seeing Chris Jericho, honorable mention for Chris Jericho, at the fact that he took that thumbtack spot, I thought it was absolutely insane for him to do that, and to get all bloodied up, and even though it wasn't like mass amounts of blood, but he still did a really good job in that match tonight with Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose getting his win is totally awesome, in my opinion. Absolutely loved the fact that he got his win. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a pretty good match. Just, I really wish it had been a little bit more fast paced.
Alright, Rafael Duke.
I agree on the thing about maybe it being a little more fast paced, but I have to think, you can't have these guys running around the cage trying to grab every weapon they can. It had to be a methodical battle. It was lunatic versus wannabe lunatic. So it couldn't have been like too fast paced. I agree, it took like way too fucking long. Like there were parts of the match, I'll be honest, where I actually like looked at my phone and was like, all right, is this thing almost over? Um, it was a good match. The concept was great. I enjoyed the thumbtack spot. I still have chills in my back right now. Like, ugh, just thinking about it. Like, poor Chris. Like, we won't see him tomorrow night on Raw. I'm pretty sure he'll be going back to Fozzy. Um, but it was a really good match. I hope this match comes back more often. Like maybe at SummerSlam or have it like at I don't know, like another pay-per-view. I don't just keep it for Extreme Rules. Like you
Yeah.
know,
If you really like pissed Dean Ambrose off, then that would be the match you would be in.
Yeah, exactly.
like I'm pretty sure if like Rollins and Ambrose get back into the field, they'll have that match with Rollins in it or something like that. But a very good match, a very surprising match. Um, that would have been that was like number two, like on my match of the night candidate. Like number one was the main event, but we'll get to that later. But this match was
Yeah.
really good. I gave it 4 out of 5.
Alright.
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely a fair score.
Sweet. Alright, so from there, I know we were talking about this too earlier before the show went live, and with the women's championship match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya now, to me, I was kind of thinking, okay, since me and Chris were able to see the actual match in WWE Raleigh, I was kind of figuring it to be somewhat similar to that, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. It was actually a lot shorter than I expected it to be, and there was decent at best, and I've seen other matches out of them too, with that said, so Charlotte was able to actually keep the championship. I almost thought Natty was able to actually have her chance, which would have been fine with me, but we did see actually Dana Brooke Shawn Nate and Charles Robinson, but it was Dana Brooke, and now they're going to be, I guess, in a way, a tag team. So I know Emma's out with her injury, and Emma and Dana Brooke were a thing and with their tag team, so I'm pretty sure that's probably where things are going to go right now, and then Ric Flair was able to show up after that. So a lot of things going into this, and we'll see what happens leading up into Money in the Bank. So I know you guys had some discussion out of that, and Mr. Leduc, your thoughts overall on the women's championship match?
The length shocked me at how short it was. Like I knew it wasn't gonna be too long because it started at what 10, and it around
Yeah.
what 10:30. By the time
Pretty
like
much.
they did the entrances, they had the promo package, like and all that. Same with me and this match, and Chris talked about it again, is that Charlotte, ever since ever since Survivor Series, has not won a match clean. She beat Paige dirty, she beat Becky dirty, she beat Brie dirty, she won the triple threat dirty, won a payback with a screw job, she won tonight thanks to Dana Brooke. Now, I think the problem with the Divas division, and it's ironic because last year it was the superstars that were fucked up because of injuries. Now it's the
Mm-hmm.
women's division that's fucked up thanks to injuries. Nikki out, Emma out, Sasha probably out, Brie Bella out and probably pregnant. We have Paige, Becky, Emma, Charlotte, Natty. That's like 5 divas. Probably Bailey if you count her. Like she's her call up if you need something. So
Yeah.
definitely a screwed up situation, and I knew Charlotte was gonna retain. Like I told everyone, like Charlotte was gonna retain. Don't bet your money on Natty. That'd be betting like for the fucking I don't know, like for the North Carolina Tar Heels to not make it to the Final Four. That'd be a stupid ass bet you can make. Betting like some fucking redneck school in Alabama to the NCAA tournament. It's like it's not gonna happen. Charlotte was gonna retain that belt no matter what, and she did. was with the help of Dana Brooke. I kind of admit I was pissed at Dana Brooke being involved in this. Like, the girl has been put over like so much ever since the Emma injury. It's actually getting annoying. Like, she beat Becky, she beat Paige. Like, all right, who the fuck cares anymore? Like, first of all, this girl shouldn't have been called up. The only reason she was called up was to replace Naomi and Tamina, who are injured as well.
Yeah.
They had Emma Dana together to replace Team Bad, and like that went down the crapshoot. So they're really in a hole now. And I hate to say this, like as much as they need like Bailey to be the main face in NXT, you need a main face on the main roster because Natty's not gonna cut it anymore now that she lost twice to Charlotte. No,
Right.
nothing against Natty. I love Natty. She's a fantastic person. I met her twice. I met her like in Montreal in March, and we actually had like she talked to me, and I like asked her questions like,
Mm-hmm.
I told her like Charlotte might do it with Flair, but you're gonna do it with Hart, and she was that's what I'm talking about. She high fived me. If you want to go watch Simon's vlog from WWE Live in Montreal, you'll see our interactions with her. But it was definitely an
Mm-hmm.
amazing time, and she's an amazing person. It's like old Yeller almost. I hate using this analogy, but you're old, you have new divas, there's no use in almost putting that in the title picture anymore. It's time to take her out behind the shed and put her down. Natty, and it's sad for Natty, but Natty right now,
Yeah,
and
it
I know
is.
she loves to wrestle, but like her best work was when she was with Cesaro and Tyson last year. That was her best work, was managing them. You know, her
Right.
her other matches were not that good, and I know I'm taking a while on this, but I'm just saying Natty's not a contender anymore, and the WWE needs contenders, and they're kind of out of them. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here.
All right. Chris, your thoughts?
Think I may come off a little strong on this one, but Kevin Dunn and the rest of the WWE writing staff are taking the women's division, they're taking this knife and they're jamming it right into the heart of the women's division. Okay? Um, you know, let me start off with Charlotte. Okay? To finally realize of what they're doing, of what the WWE is doing with Charlotte is damaging to her character. Okay? I understand she's a heel, but David, you and I both know she can
Mm-hmm.
win on her own. She's proved it
She
in
can.
NXT, and she also proved it at at the house show that we went to in Raleigh at the PNC
Mm-hmm.
Arena.
Yep.
Flair wasn't there. Yeah, she had her feet on the ropes to pin Natty, and that was fine. I would have actually accepted something like this tonight. However, with what you're doing with the WWE, with what you're doing with the women's division, um, with Charlotte, like I said, damaging her career with with all these interferences and getting those cheap wins and these constant cheap wins, like Raphael was just saying, every single match that she's been in, she's had outside interference to win. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
or like at Payback, they had the screw job. Okay, um, so that's it with with Charlotte. I blame the writing staff and Kevin Dunn for for Charlotte's character to be screwed over. The the second thing I'm going to point out, the women's title, they may have not they shouldn't have even brought the women's title back from the dead, okay? They should have just kept that crappy Divas title because right now that women's championship is looking like crap, okay? It's looking irrelevant, it's looking like crap, it's looking like a piece of garbage, okay? This thing was supposed to have poise and prestige and be something good to help revolutionize the women's division and to solidify it, but they're not doing that. And now in the case of Natty, yeah, it's kind of like, when uh, kind of like similar to what Roman Reigns' situation before he
Mm-hmm.
finally got the WWE title away at
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania from Triple H.
Yeah.
Natty just can't seem to win. Okay, they bring her up, uh, to have her work with these divas or women, and you just kind of like crap on her like that. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. To me, age should not make a difference. It should not make any difference or how long that you've been there, because look at John Cena, a 15-time champion, okay? I was watching, and let's see, how many times did they give the belt to guys like Edge, give the belt to guys like Randy Orton, and they are up there in age. They're not exactly spring chickens anymore,
Mm,
but
Chris,
they still put the title on them. So in this case with Natty, she's just there to seems like to be like a Dolph Ziggler. Okay, she's the female Dolph Ziggler. She's there to help put these other people over, and that is just about it.
yeah.
Extremely disappointed with the match, because of A, the time, and B, the result and the way the result went down, okay? Charlotte was doing so good in that match. So good. She was doing incredible. But outside interference just happened to happen because of the WWE writing staff, and this match was, to me, ended in a joke. It's a joke. It's a sick joke.
uh, well, David, before you go on, can I
Mhm.
just you were comparing her to Dolph Ziggler. I actually found like a better metaphor for her, and you might laugh at this. She's more like the female Undertaker. Like she'll be brought back for a push for a big title thing or a big match, get her. But then when they don't need her anymore, they'll say, "All right, you're back in the locker room. We don't need you anymore." Just like Taker. Mania season, we
Mm,
need him. Mania season's gone
be a,
by. You're gone. We don't need you. Go home. Go fuck Michelle McCool. Whatever. But the
Mm,
thing with Bernie is that you'll get this in my comment. It's the new era. Charlotte, Natty is not. Natty is a phenomenal wrestler, but her new era was in 2008. That's almost. I'm bad with math. I just finished my math classes. Isn't that like 8 years ago? 8 years
yeah, to
ago,
that.
she
that's
Yeah.
was
crazy.
in this business, and it almost sucks, Renee. Like I feel bad for her. I seriously do, and I feel bad for saying like these things. Like I hear myself talking, I want to fucking shoot myself or take your knife and stab it through my fucking head.
Damn.
Wow, that's a bit
That's
much.
crazy.
That's a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Natty, don't bother. Just leave her be. Just leave her at home with Tyson. Let her there. Let her.
Mm,
Uh, she
Well,
should do like KJ. Retire. Go home. Be with your husband. Wait till your contract runs out. They'll sign her to a Legends contract, and she'll do appearances on Raw and a
mm,
fucking Comic Con in fucking Charlotte, North Carolina. Whatever.
that's what it's coming down to, man. That is seriously what it's coming down to. And like
yeah.
you, I mean, I feel terrible for Natty because I really like her, but
Yeah.
the WWE, and yes, I know it's the new era, but the thing is, it should have happened better than what it did. Okay,
Exactly.
there should have been zero outside interference, zero.
Mm,
Okay, and I could have accepted that. Okay, I mean, yes, Natalia tapped out to the figure eight. That much is for sure. But
mm,
and could that have happened regardless of what without the outside interference? Hell yeah, because you know what? Yes, I know it's scripted, but at the same time, like I said, going back to the argument of it's ruining Charlotte's character, it really,
yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
But you want to give us the thing with WWE right now, and what I don't like is that you know what the thing that is ruining Charlotte, not just for me, is not the fact that she always cheats to win. She should have lost the belt a long time ago. She could have lost at Survivor Series. People would have been okay. She could have lost it at the Rumble. People would have been fucking ecstatic. She lost that mania. People fucking jumped out of their seats and praised the Lord. Hallelujah, she lost. But is what Dr. Leduc, call the Nikki Bella syndrome. Being behind you so much. I guess Nikki Bella, I hear she's a fantastic woman, and I hope she heals up. Just look at last year, 2014, 2015. Look at Paige. Paige was basically how Natty is to Charlotte. Paige was Nikki's personal punching bag. You need Nikki to wrestle a one-on-one match, put Paige in there. Oh, should she win? No, let's make her lose by roll-up, or let's make her lose because of fucking twin magic. No.
Yeah, that got annoying after a while.
I swear to God, like I think was it Money in the Bank where she did the twin magic and Nikki won. I slammed my head on my table. Seriously, I was like, God fucking damn it, what the fuck are you fuckers fucking thinking? I understand, like to Chris, this is more important because Chris, I guess I could have made Chris your Natty Mark than me. Like I'm still Paige guy, and I could technically also even be Bailey guy and Becky guy.
Yeah.
I'm starting to miss Sasha, but no. If that's all you're gonna do with Natty should do like what Paige did, like that for those 2 weeks. Go back home, stay there, have fun, come back when you're ready to come back to work. That's it. Paige, stayed in England for almost 2 weeks before coming back to work. Just do that. If you're treating like shit, don't let them. If like Chris goes to work at his fantastic store, and he gets treated like shit, he's gonna tell him, "Up yours." He's gonna go home. He's gonna take his ball and go home. Natty should be sad, but it's true. Let's move on.
It's making me wonder if Natty's gonna pull a Stardust, aka Cody Rhodes, if she'll ask for her release next.
No, either that or just go back to managing or something like that.
She just got too much heart in her, no pun intended, to ask for release. She'll just take her bumps. Like she could have asked for her release during the Divas Revolution when she wasn't even involved. She could have said
probably do other things with him.
Or go to TNA because Lord knows they need somebody.
No, that would be kind of weird. I don't really see her going to TNA.
No one can say
her father did. Her father was there for a short time.
Yeah, for a short time. All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
man.
We'll go ahead into the main event. WWE title on the line. Extreme Rules match, obviously, of course. Hence the pay-per-view name, and we have Roman Reigns and AJ Styles in their rematch now. In a way, I kind of have a little bit mixed reactions. I know we had the run-ins and everything, but with that being said, I almost thought AJ Styles was going to get the win. He came close like 2 times and everything. I know we had the club come in, and then we had the Usos in there too as well. And then in the end, we have Roman Reigns actually retaining the title. And then we had the return of Seth Rollins, which is really dope and cool to see. So now most likely we're going to have either maybe a triple threat or maybe just Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the title. When everyone thinking he was going to be the face and be able to face like guys like Triple H and all that. So it looks like Seth Rollins is still going to be a heel. Saw Simon's reaction and everything, so I was kind of expecting him to show up again. And so, it was really awesome. I love it. Glad Seth Rollins is back. It's been a hell of a long time. I know a good friend of mine who actually loves Seth Rollins. She's really happy with that. So, with that being said, Chris, your thoughts on the main event itself and Seth Rollins returning?
The main event. I did not, although it could have been predictable that the club and the Usos would interfere, and that much I think was very predictable. Even though I really wish it wouldn't have happened that way, but overall, I mean, Roman, oh my God, he was freaking booed from pillar to post to freaking all over Newark. He was booed. I couldn't believe it. I don't understand all the Roman hate. I really don't. Because I actually don't mind him, but that's just me. But overall, I thought like Roman Reigns played such a really good, powerful guy. I mean, all those powerful things that he did in tonight's match, I thought were really, really good. Like all the power bombs into the tables to slamming AJ into the guardrail to the ring post. Pulling off that razor's edge type of sit out power bomb. I thought was really good, and I guess when AJ had a lot of near falls, and which I thought was really, really cool. Saw a couple of styles clashes, and but then that damn outside interference by both the club and the Usos, which I really don't find to be over by a long shot, to be honest with you. I think that's going to carry on into probably SummerSlam, for the love of God.
Yeah, who knows?
But then, and then Roman Reigns got when he retained, and then outcoming Seth Rollins. I'm like, I kind of had it in the back of my head. I'm like, is he going to play a role? Because like I said, Simon texted me earlier today, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, will he play a role? I don't, I was anxious to see, and goddamn, he did. Oh my God! I mean, he pedigreed the hell out of Roman Reigns, but it makes me wonder what's going to happen from here. Will he, now that Triple H hasn't been seen for a while, you have Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon, doing that whatever it is that they're doing, and will Seth Rollins get an instant title shot right away? I can honestly see him winning Money in the Bank again, and then pulling off some kind of really awesome move at like SummerSlam and to get that belt again. But I guess we'll have to see, because I'm sure down the road AJ's going to get another title opportunity, or hell, I mean, we could see maybe another one-on-one match with him and Roman, saying, hey, we had outside interference. Let it be like some kind of one-on-one match, but then have Seth Rollins cash it in on either AJ or Roman Reigns. It almost feels like Seth Rollins is going to be like the savior, for the WWE, and maybe calm people down from their Roman hate. And will Roman turn heel? Who the hell knows? I don't know what position Seth Rollins stands at this point. I mean, is he going to be the face? Who the hell knows? But I can't wait for tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw, and that's about it for me. Just really glad to see Seth Rollins back, and I really didn't mind seeing Roman retain. So thought it was a pretty good match for what it was.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Leduc, your thoughts?
Holy shit. Like, the match started off slow, but it picked up so fucking fast. And yes, whatever Roman does, you will still fucking suck no matter what. You don't deserve the belt. You haven't done shit to prove yourself besides cut promos that no one cares. You keep saying you're the guy, but you fucking wrestle like a girl. You suck, sir. Fuck your bloodline. Fuck you. Fuck your title run.
Oh boy.
Yes! 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 Oh, I'm gonna be working out all night. Yes!
This guy won't go to bed.
Oh my God!
I think he's gonna skip work tomorrow and call out.
He's gonna go to work wearing his Rollins shirt.
Yeah.
Hashtag smoke weed every day.
He's gonna go into work and be like Cesaro, take off his suit. He's got this Seth Rollins shirt on, like Cesaro.
Right, so back to the main event, like, I don't like Roman. Like, I don't know. It's just, the more it keeps going, the more I get pissed to see him with the belt. Like, no matter what you do, you'll never be able to win the fans back. Even if you do a 450 corkscrew splash off the top of a fucking jumbotron, people are still gonna fucking hate you. No.
That's like some shut your mouth type shit.
For the ending, it was a 2K16 ending with the catch finish. Like, I don't know if you guys know what
Yep.
that was a 2K16 ending, and Seth freaking
That guy.
Seth motherfucking Rollins, the man, the architect. He's back. He's back to kick ass,
Yeah,
to chew bubblegum, and to get that belt back where it belongs. Now,
exactly. He rebuilt and now he's looking to reclaim.
he rebuilt. Now he's reclaiming.
Exactly.
The question, fuck.
I'm calm. I'm calm. I'm good. I'm good. I don't
Right
have
into the whole video.
I don't have any voice anymore, but I'm good.
But like I was saying, like the thing I'm looking for tomorrow is like tomorrow what they'll probably do is they'll have like
We'll have
Seth.
J&J Security come back.
Well, we have JJ Security come back. Like
Yeah.
I think like Steph's gonna meet with Steph and Shane, and like Steph might try to like, oh hey, what's up, Seth? And like
Yeah.
she'll try to hug him and stuff, and I think Steph's gonna be like, no, don't fucking. I want my title. Fuck you. Fuck
Yeah.
Triple H. I want my belt. Because he is. Simon, I need you to finish the sentence. What is Seth Rollins?
He's the man. Yes.
Those were my thoughts.
Yeah, hey, Simon, any other thoughts besides you marking out over
Oh
and
man.
the extreme rules overall?
I was a little late on the marking out part, but when I saw the crowd being like, oh, I was like, oh shit! Grabbed the camera, couldn't open the fucking window. I was shaking. You know what I mean? It was awesome.
Try not to break it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Fucking blew
awesome. Huh?
your phone up with like a whole bunch of fucking texts.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it, man. I didn't even grab my phone since then.
Wow.
Grab your phone, dude. Trust me. But sorry. Go ahead, Simon.
I'm done. I don't have anything else to say. I was just listening to you guys.
But yeah,
This pisses me.
Huh?
This
Yeah.
pisses
There you
me
go.
off. It pisses me off.
tonight, dude. Like, what did you think of the whole event? Like, no shining stars. What's
Turn
your
into the Simon Michael HD channel. All the videos are up there.
There you go. There's your promotion right there. Alright, so that pretty much does it with the whole entire show. It was really awesome. Of course, we had Simon marking out, acting crazy as always, but it was worth it.
That's me.
So,
That's me. I'm
yeah.
an entertainer. I entertain.
We'll probably have to add a separate video for that if you can do that somehow. That's really cool. But yeah, with that being said, I appreciate you guys being on the show as always. With that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed Extreme Moves. Leave your comments down below. Until then, I catch you guys in the next one. See you guys. Peace.